again, friends, and welcome to this week's episode. This week we are going to be attaching our newly curved framing members. We're going to attach one here, we're going to attach one there. Let's go ahead and get to attaching this main member and the other one that goes right there. The first thing we're going to need to do is we need to sand the edges here because they have a lot of glue on them, and you're actually going to be able to see this edge once it's put on the trailer. So we want this side to look really nice. And so let's go ahead and go to our sander over here, and let's start sanding off some of this. Oh, you can see it there. We're going to sand off all that glue so it's nice and smooth. The first sander we're going to use is our belt sander here. That should take off most of the rough stuff. That worked okay, but we're going to try another way to sand. We switched to a palm sander with 80 grit sandpaper on it. I think it'll cut through a little bit better than this sander here. And we can kind of control the flatness of our board. All right. So we tried this sander and it worked okay. We tried this sander and it worked okay. Then we brought out this bad boy with good old 80 grit on it. And let me tell you, this sander here, it's pretty rough because we did have a fur in the fan moment, but I won't show you my thumb. This little bad boy just drove right across this little thing right here, and well, let's just say, always keep your mind on where your fingers are and where your sander is, because yeah, that's gonna be a scar. Anyway, so we went ahead, we sanded our two pieces, and they came out pretty good. But then we went to that tool over there. Now this tool right here, no, it's not a shaper. This is our jointer. This tool is a very nice tool. It takes it from the rough 80 grit sandpaper stage to a nice smooth edge right here. Now we need to do this edge a little bit here so it's nice and smooth also. So why don't we go ahead and run this through our jointer. Now we have a nice smooth edge here that we got from our joiner. I think it's very lovely. Ouch. Watch out for those slivers because they're there. So we're going to take it back over to the sander, sand it with probably about a 120 grit so it'll be nice and smooth and ready for paint. But we're not going to paint it yet. We're going to cut this off on each edge and install it on our trailer. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and remove this aluminum panel so it accesses our original frame to the trailer. Well, the main frame to the trailer, and then we'll know exactly how to cut our ribs. So let's remove this panel. All right, what that's done for us is it has exposed this edge. Now we're going to have to match up our new rib with the frame, and then we're going to come across here straight, mark it, and cut it. Now in retrospect, when this was in the jig, I should have marked a number on it and it would have matched up perfectly. But that's retrospect. That is not bad. clamp this in place. And we'll check it as we go down the edge here. That's nice and smooth. Now we have a nice smooth edge all the way down here. So because we're going to be attaching this rib to the face frame of our cabinet, we're just making a line straight across from the front edge of our cabinet. And that is right there. All right, so we know this cut. Now we just need to get this cut. Hi, Stella. Ocean dog number 2 is in here. Oh, must have been okay. She took off. All right. So now, hi.
Hi.
Got to take a break. Hold on. All right, we are back. Since the time I left, I was trying to figure out how I was going to draw this line. Well, I came up with actually a pretty simple solution. I'm using this type of a clamp where it is parallel on both sides of it. So if this side of the clamp is riding perpendicular, is level with the front of our is level with the front of our cabinet, then this side would be also parallel. So I just connected the line that we drew here up on top and just went straight down with the line, and that is the angle we need to cut for our top piece. Now I need to go down on the bottom and figure out how we're going to do that one. So like we did at the top here, marking our angle using our wood clamp, we did the same thing on the bottom. So now we're just going to remove our clamp. We'll make that cut and hope we didn't mess up. We'll know soon enough. We're gonna go to our chop saw, chop it off. All right, that's one. Slide it on our floor down there. That piece is gonna go there. It's gonna have just the slightest little compression to it. So that'll fit right there beautifully. Fits on the floor. Nice, clean, tight joint right there. Now we gotta do the other side. All right, I think I have decided how we're going to attach our ribs to our trailer. We could, let's see if I get the right one, it doesn't matter. We could just drill a hole in our frame here and screw it backwards. That would work. That would work on both ends. But I don't think I'm gonna do that because wood screws can loosen up and back themselves out. So I'm going to do it the hard way. What we're going to do is we are going to drill a hole through the face of our cabinet front, and that hole will come straight through with this bolt, and then it'll come straight through in here where we'll have a little cutout in our beam or our rib. So it'll be similar to the way that we did these here with our little nuts and squirrel joints. Yeah, I think I'll like that instead of just one single little screw. Now in the bottom, we'll see. But right now, let's go ahead and drill our holes and put our bolts through our cabinet face. We know that our center is here, which will be about here. So we just need to drill a hole on that angle right through there, and it'll go through our face frame also. This looks like a job for the drill press. We've changed out our drill bit here in the drill press to be a 1/4 inch, which will allow these bolts to slide right in. As you can see here, I drew the angle on the piece of wood that the bolt will go through. So we just need to go through the center of that line on here, and hopefully everything will line up correctly. We need to make this top just a wee bit bigger so it'll hold the end of that bolt inside of it and make it flush. So we're going to change out this drill bit for a Forstner bit. Now that we've drilled the holes and Forstner bitted them and everything else, we are ready to install them on the trailer. But what we need to do is, this is one of the original aluminum panels that came off. I have one for this side of the trailer, one for that side. What we're going to do is we're going to use it as our template or our guide for sizing. So that is going to go right along that edge. We're going to mark it, X. Using our 1/4 inch drill bit, set that into place there. Set that into place right up there. And we're just going to drill the tops for right now. So before we bolt in our rib, I want to do one thing. I want to sand off the paint around this hole so that when we glue it, then it'll stick better. I can't believe you did that. We ground into our new paint. Just a little bit. All right, let's get the other side. That'll just help the glue stick a little bit better. We have both sides sanded down. We have our holes drilled here and here. Now what we need to do is put just a little dollop of glue on the end, not too much. We don't want it oozing everywhere. There we go, that's a nice bit. Now we're going to stick our bolt through our hole. We have these special little nuts on here. They have plastic on the inside so it helps to hold and lock it in place. There. Now we have one rib done out of the two. Okay, here we have it. We have one rib bolted into our cabinet top. It's curved nicely down here, and we're going to wait and attach the bottom until we put our skirt on. So we have this back side one all done. We have the back side one all done. So what we need to do now is create a beam that is going to be the elevation of our countertop, and that will come straight across the entire width of the trailer. However, we're going to keep this video a little bit shorter this week. Please join us next time when we go ahead and add our beam. We're going to go ahead and add some more meat up here and here. See you next time.